Morning.
Very similar, yes, where we're seeing these wet snowflakes mixing in, and it's not just those higher elevations where we're seeing the snow. It's even into Boston and moving just south of the Pike at this moment. But it's the higher elevations where the snow will actually be able to stick. It's all because of our temperatures here. We're in the mid-30s in and around Boston, 37 in Norwood, but through the North Shore and then stretching out into northern Worcester County, you start getting into the low 30s here where we're below freezing. Worcester, Jaffrey, these are the spots where I do think we'll see some snow actually sticking. And in fact, the northern Worcester Hills into the Monadnock region and stretching out toward the Berkshires, that's where we could see 1 to 3 inches of snowfall when all is said and done, hence the winter weather advisory that has been issued. We're at 35 as you move into Boston at the moment, upper 30s as you move to the south, feeling like we're in the 20s for many locations as the wind is picking up. This wind is going to be a big factor today with wind gusts nearing 35 miles per hour. Highs in the 30s will feel like the 20s, and of course you throw in the rain and that makes it feel very raw as you're out and about today. The rain is steadiest for this morning. All of the timeline for when we should see a little break this weekend before another round moves in. The snow has arrived, and in some spots it's really starting to fall in earnest here. This is a great video sent to us by Eileen Frost out of Webster, so thank you, Eileen, on this early morning taking this great video of the snow falling. You see the wind picking up there, and not only is it sticking to the tops of the vehicles here, but you can see that it's trying to stick to some of the pavements. So we are definitely seeing the snow picking up in a few locations. Snow sticking to the lens of both Worcester and Boston's cameras. So we're seeing some very low visibility as that snow is picking up right now. Look closely at this band of darker blue that's moving through right along the Mass Pike and then stretching down to southern Worcester County. So that's that heavier band of snow that is starting to move through the area. Now, for many locations, this will have a hard time actually sticking to our roadways, and that's the case for Boston where we're clearly into the mid-30s here, so I don't expect we'll see any snowy conditions on our roads. However, grassy surfaces and of course your windshield of the car will likely see some slushy accumulation. Now let's get a little bit farther northwest. Jaffrey 31, Worcester sitting at 31 degrees, Keene at 32. So these are the spots where the snow will likely stick, moving especially through areas of the Worcester Hills and heading out more so farther west out toward the Berkshires. We're moving down towards Smithfield, Rhode Island at 34 degrees. While it is snowing at a good pace here, it will have a hard time sticking. South of 95, you're still dealing with rainfall, and rain will be the main factor for you down there. Winter weather advisory has been issued in the spots where the snow could stick. So again, it's really through Worcester County into the Monadnock region of New Hampshire, heading out into the Berkshires and areas of Vermont, where we could see in the higher elevations up to 3 inches of snowfall. Elsewhere, even into Boston, grassy coatings will be possible. So a little bit of a slushy start here to our Saturday morning. And a cold start too. We're down in the low to mid 30s for many spots, feeling like the 20s due to the wind, with wind gusts nearing 30 to even 40 miles per hour. That's the case throughout the rest of this afternoon too. And it's a northeast wind. That's a real raw, cool wind for us. So these high temperatures that struggle to even hit 40 will actually feel like the 20s all day long. Our wind chill factor for Boston topping out at 29 this afternoon. It's also a wet day out there, so let's time this out. As far as the snow and rain this morning, it's steadiest through about 8 a.m. Thereafter, it starts to retreat to the north. So here locally, I do think we'll see a little bit of a lull in the precipitation this afternoon. But with a northeast wind and a lot of clouds, it's still going to be some pockets of drizzle that will greet you into your evening hours and your dinner plans. Next batch of showers moves in late tonight after 10 and sticks around overnight. So we'll have some showers and fog overnight, leading us into some showers for your Sunday. Not as cold tomorrow, should be into the upper 40s. The rain is steadiest in the morning over eastern Massachusetts and especially southeastern Massachusetts. Notice as we stretch through the late afternoon and evening, it still looks wet, but mainly from Worcester eastward. Now, as far as our rainfall totals here this weekend, I do expect most locations will stay below an inch. Notice southeastern Massachusetts could get right over that inch mark just due to some of the heavy. So thank you to Mike Weiss on Twitter for for sharing this with us. You can see it's not just the rooftops and the top of the vehicles and grassy surfaces, but clearly the roads are also snow covered as well. Now, a heads up for those of you that are waking up to snow this morning, we're seeing a decent band that's pushing in from the south that's really blossomed this morning, and so there is more to come. If you're sitting southeast of 95, you're just dealing with these on and off light rain showers, so you're kind of lucky this morning in terms of getting the lighter intensity precipitation. But let's take you in from the Mass Pike northward. It is snow that's mixing in. Now we're sitting at 35 in Boston, so this is not going to really stick in the city, but definitely grassy surfaces and the top of your cars will start to get some slushy accumulation. But it's really through much of Worcester County where we're down the low 30s, where we are seeing a lot of these snowfall totals starting to come in, as mentioned, seeing some totals getting closer to 2.5 inches already. And this snow does stretch all the way down through Smithfield, Rhode Island, where it's likely not going to stick, but it is cold enough that we're clearly seeing some snowfall. So there is a winter weather advisory in effect. Clearly, snow-covered roadways can slow down your travel here in these locations through much of Worcester County, New Hampshire, Vermont, and heading out into western Massachusetts as well. 1 to 3 inches in some of these areas of Worcester County and the Berkshires. Outside of that, it's that grassy, slushy coating that's going to greet you. And so overall, it is going to be a bit of a messy start to our morning, especially for folks that are sitting northwest of Boston. We're 35 in the city, upper 30s as you move down toward Cape Cod and the islands, but it feels like it's in the upper 20s to low 30s, and it doesn't get much warmer. So we have this wind picking up this morning with wind gusts nearing 30 to 40 miles per hour, and it stays strong through this afternoon. So with highs that struggle to even hit 40 degrees today, it is going to feel like it is in the 20s all day long. That's also with the rain that's in place. This northeast wind will really make things feel raw. The rain is steadiest through about 8 o'clock this morning, and the snow as well. After 8 a.m., you'll see the snow and rain lines start to retreat to the north. We start to see a lull this afternoon, but with that cold northeast wind, there's still going to be some pockets of drizzle that sometimes the radar can't even pick up on as it's really low to the ground. That just means that it is going to be a very damp feel to your day, very cold, raw feel. We'll see more showers overnight and heading into your Sunday. Topping out in the upper 40s tomorrow. Showers for your Sunday are steadiest and heaviest over eastern Massachusetts and especially southeastern Massachusetts, losing intensity in the evening and then clearing out as we move toward midnight. That means we do start things off for your Monday.
Thank you so much for that update. Also a little weather update from her camera too. You can see the snow sticking to the grass there.
Yes, so we're seeing these wet snowflakes mixing in for really many locations, especially if you're along and north of the Pike. But we're now seeing we still have some showers in the forecast tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Monday looks really nice.
Yes, right.
Just in time for the work week.
To get back to work.
Nice.
Okay.
I know we're not used to snow when we